And before we get started, I just wanted to express my condolences to all of my followers from England and any of the Commonwealth countries with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, and also to welcome King Charles III. And I'm no different, even though I'm from the United States. I feel the same sadness and insecurity, because it's like we all lost a mother. Because the Queen, I always thought of her as a mother figure in politics, because she was such a great leader. Not perfect in any, like every leader, but I think she was as close to perfect as you expect. I think she did her job, her duty, like no other. She really understood and was so steadfast in her responsibilities throughout her 70 years. It's amazing, and what a loss. It really is going to be an adjustment to not have a queen again. Now we'll have a king, and it's probably not going to be my lifetime till England sees, certainly won't be my lifetime till England sees another queen, because we have King Charles III and then William and so on. So it's going to be quite some time until we have another queen. So maybe it'll be 70 years. But anyway, my condolences to those of you in England and the Commonwealth on the loss of Queen Elizabeth II. As promised, it's seed time. I know I've been doing a couple of short and sweet videos leading up to how to harvest your seeds. So if you're interested in learning how to identify seed stalks from your coleus, what they are, and how you can collect your own seeds, stay tuned for this video. It's going to be a nice quickie, to the point video. It's not that difficult. It's a little tedious. Again, stay tuned. I'll show you how to do it. But if you're not interested, I do have an eBay listing. It's called Jim's Coleus. It's on eBay, and I've had it a number of years now, and I generally sell non-patented, legal to propagate coleus seeds. I have about 6 to 8 varieties this year, about six varieties. They're Kong, Empire Kong, Kong Scarlet's like a dark vino. It's not a vino, but it's a dark purple coleus. I have plenty of jitters, and the jitters coleus seeds I sell are a combination. They can be plain, sort of like a purple with green, or they may show some fuchsia or purple. That's what's exciting about my jitter seeds. I have a combination of those. I have colossal marbles and so on. So if you're interested in buying some seeds from me, seeds that are from the plants featured in my channel here, feel free to head over to Jim's Coleus. I don't have anything listed now, so if you look it up, nothing will come up. I'm hoping first week or second week tops. I would say the first week of October, I'll have an active listing. I'll shoot a quick video, a live short, to let everybody know when my seed listing on eBay goes active. So again, jot that down, mark your calendars. As you can hear, I have blue jays that are excited as well. So they're all excited for the upcoming seeds. So that's Jim's Coleus on eBay. And stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we're heading into fall. To me, when school starts, it's fall. You know, it just seems like the weather turns, and that's it. It gets cold and rainy, and before you know it, we're throwing salt down for snow. Oh, how depressing! Although it's very warm here today. It's it's in the 80s, humid, but a little bit of a breeze. I'm very blessed to live in the ocean. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to collect your own seeds if you're interested in doing that. It's not that difficult. There's some steps you have to do, but it's a pretty easy thing. So stay tuned here. And again, in closing, as with my YouTube channel, my farmers market, and my eBay listing, I take a portion of all the proceeds that I make and I donate them to different organizations. I just finished the Morris Animal Foundation. I had an Instagram fund drive there, and I think I raised about $130 in August, so that was pretty good. I believe I'm gonna, in honor of September 11th, I'm gonna make a donation to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation. So head over to my Instagram channel. I'll be posting that shortly also, but just know that a portion of the proceeds from my eBay sales also go to different organizations. So just so you know, if you do make a purchase from my eBay store or what have you, or just by watching my videos, you're contributing to these organizations that I believe are worthwhile, and they're important to me for a number of reasons. So personally, September 11th obviously was yesterday. I lost 3 people that I've known, and that's the difference. I mean, if you really ask, almost everybody either knows somebody or knows somebody who they lost somebody themselves, or knows somebody that lost someone. So it was pretty devastating. So anyway, thank you again in advance, and let's get this picture started, as they say, and we'll start separating some coleus seeds. Here's I do have some fish nets, not a lot. I'm gonna have some fish nets, but not a lot. But you can see these here. These have been here for a while. I'm gonna cut these. Although they're not completely brown, but I know that these have been here for a while. So I'm gonna cut them, but just to give you an idea, every coleus seed stalk will look the same, similar. They're long, narrow, they'll have those flowers. The stems may be darker. You may have more or less seeds on each stalk, but they essentially look the same. And again, let them stay on as long as you can before the frost. That way you know they're well mature. And these have been well pollinated. This is a separate plant. It's away from all my other plants. So I do have a number of seed stalks coming in, but not a lot, not compared to empires, which are they really grow. Empire Kongs are very, very aggressive, and I get a lot of seed stalks, and Kong Rose as well. And just to give you an idea, before we go inside, just to give you an idea, here's a plant now. It's really starting to decline because we got a lot of seed stalks, and it is a little wilted, but I did water it, but it is declining now. And that's because of the seed stalks. The seed stalks take a lot of energy away from the plant, and that's how the plant knows that it's time to go. So here is a seed stalk, and that is ready to be picked. You can see it's sort of browning. It's been on there for a while, although the top will always be fresher, but we have a lot of seeds here. So it's definitely time to pick these. And that's how you know when it's good. If you're going to harvest your own seeds, how you know it's time. Just keep track and make sure that they stay on for at least a few months, depending on where you live. But you want to make sure they stay on long enough that they're well matured. And generally, when you see your plant start to decline, and you know the seed stalks have been on there a few months, you know you have good mature seeds. Okay, now here is a mosaic, and here is a mosaic seed stalk. Now again, you have some flowers here.
You can see the seeds. If you really look at the bottom, you can see the seeds in the pod. And these have, again, these have been on here for a while. I'm going to let them sit for a little longer. I have plenty of mosaic seed stalks inside, but just to show you, I'm letting these stay out a little longer to make sure that they're well mature. But I know that these have been in here for a while. You can actually see the seeds in the bottom there, those round little pods there. That's your seeds, and they've been in here long enough. As this bumblebee pollinates, and we're making sure that the seeds are fully mature. And that's another thing. If you buy seeds from my Jim's Coleus on eBay, over the years I get nothing but rave reviews. People are extremely happy with seeds that I've sent them. Better than 95% germination, so I've a very good. I have sell nothing but good fresh seeds that are fully mature and guaranteed to grow as long as you follow how my directions on how to plant Coleus seeds, and I have plenty of videos to refer to on those. So okay, let's head inside. I'll show you the seed stalks and what you need to do if you want to harvest your own seed stalks. So we'll close out, say goodbye to the bumblebee. All right, everybody. All right, so this is just my way of doing things. You can use paper plates, you can use trays. If you have pets, make sure you keep these away from where your pets are so they don't get disturbed or mixed. But basically I had some trays, and I'll show you that, but I like to put them on these plates. It really airs them out. But here's the difference between freshly picked but ready to be picked jitters seeds. You can seed stalks. You see these are still green, but there's some browning on the bottom. So I know these are ready to be picked. So they're here, but they're drying out now. And you need to let these sit for a good couple of weeks till they're completely dried out like this. And you can hear it. They're completely, you can see how dry they are. And just by this, you know, even that's still pretty green. I could feel it. But here, it's very brittle. And you can see how dry they are. You want them to get completely dried out. The more dry, so be patient. If you're collecting seeds for next season, there's really no rush. And you'll have plenty of seeds that fall out anyway if you want to plant a few now. But for my purposes, where I actually harvest these, a number of these, I make sure that they are completely brittle. Here's a colossal marble. You can see some seeds. You want to make sure they're completely brittle, because that'll do a lot of the extra work for you. The more brittle the seed stalk is, the more easier the seeds will fall out of the pod. So if you just tap, you'll see the seeds fall out. Let's see if any of them come out here. You can actually see some seeds fall out. See the little round, they look like poppy seeds. So these are not, although they are dry, they are not completely brittle, dry to the point where you can easily harvest the seeds, especially the amount of seeds that I collect. But for the purposes of the video, to get you guys started, I'm gonna separate a few very brittle, because I have been cutting these over the past month. So I'll have a number of seed stalks that are pretty brittle, just for the purposes of this video, to get you guys started. I'll show you how to easily separate the seeds and how to store them, and for when you want to plant them, either now or in the spring. I'm in New Jersey. My growing season obviously doesn't start until February. So, and just to give you an idea, of the amount of seeds. Now, one stalk, you can get several hundred coleus seeds. So as you can see, I have plenty of work ahead of me. I have a lot of seed stalks here drying out, and I still have a lot of seed stalks out in my harvesting plants throughout my property yet to be cut. So you can see there's some green. There's a rustic coleus. I have one single rustic coleus in my greenhouse separated. Rustics are like a brownish, beige, brown, plain coleus, but they have like a little pink to them. I've had little color variations, so they're nice. They're very nice coleus, and this will be one of the coleus seeds that'll be included in my eBay listing. So, but you can see you got a green stem there, and you can see some that are dried out pretty well. So we're letting these all completely dry. And I have some of these trays, these aluminum trays. I don't have too many in there, but I prefer to put them out on the paper plates because they'll dry faster than in those little trays there. So as you can see, I moved most of them in onto paper plates. So we're gonna monitor these, and when it comes time, that's why I'm hoping you can see some seeds there. I'm hoping to start my eBay listing in the first week of October, if not the second week, definitely. But I'm going to try to at least get a few packs listed on my eBay channel. Again, that's Jim's Coleus on eBay if you want to buy some seeds from me, from the plants featured in my Coleus, on my videos here on YouTube. All right, now there's a couple of tools that you may or may not want to you can use. I use these because, remember now, I separate a lot of seed stalks. So I try to get as many as I can from my seeds. If you're a homeowner and you only need a number of seeds, then you don't necessarily need, you may not need this, but this I use to separate the chaff, as much of the chaff from the seed stalk as possible. But you can just shake out you can just basically take a seed stalk and just separate it like this, and you can see the seeds. See the little black seeds there? They're like poppy seeds. There's your coleus seeds. So that's what I'm saying. This is a completely brittle seed stalk. And what I like to do with the colander is this. Okay, so what I like to do sometime with the colander is I'll take the seed stalk and I'll just gently take the seeds and work them off of the stem, and I'll basically like to just play with this a little bit, and this will help separate the seeds. You don't want to really rub this because you don't want to damage the seeds. If you rub like this, you may scratch the seed surfaces and damage the seeds. So just kind of doing this. Again, if you're a homeowner and you don't need a lot of seeds, then you'll find that you'll get plenty of seeds here. And you can see all of the black seeds. All of those little poppy seeds, those are all coleus seeds. Now let me show you the next step, why I like what I use the colander for. Okay, so why I like to use the colander is I'll kind of like the tray here. I'll kind of play with the chaff. And then what I like to do is take the chaff and kind of shake it like this. And as you can see, You got more of the seeds, and you can run it through the colander one more time and separate as many of the seeds from the chaff as possible. And what I like to do then is what I like to use. I like to use these paper plates. I get the non-glossy paper plates, the plain cheapo plates, because they're not smooth. They're a little bit rough. And what happens is, as you can see, the chaff gets stuck pretty much on the plate, and I can better separate the seeds, and that leaves behind all this chaff on the plate. It's less of a mess that I have to leave. Now, if you get a little chaff in your pot when you're planting coleus, it's not going to hurt when you plant your coleus. But you can see where I'm going. Let's get a close up here now. As you can see, we got very little chaff and lots of seeds. Now, if you're just a homeowner and you're collecting just a bunch of seeds for yourself, then this is it. This is how simple. And now, grant you, this is only, all of these seeds is from, I think it was 3 of the seed stalks. So you can imagine how many seeds I get when I have at least, I have maybe 50 or 60 seed stalks or more. I get an awful lot of seeds on some of my varieties. But this is how you do it. And these are mature, healthy, fresh coleus seeds. And again, once again, Jim's Coleus. Mark it down on your calendars. Jim's Coleus on eBay. I'll pack them in Ziploc baggies. They'll be marked, each individual type of coleus variety that I sell. You'll get plenty of seeds from me, and they're all mature. All right, so again, mark your calendars. Should be first week of October. That's Jim's Coleus on eBay. I'll pack you up about 6 varieties of different coleus that are featured on my YouTube channel. They'll come in a signature Jim's Coleus foam mailer, protected, marked, and I'll send these right out to you. Again, should be the first week of October. Jim's Coleus on eBay. Get some coleus seeds and store them. If you're not going to be planting them until the spring, then make sure you store them in a nice, cool, dark closet, away from heat, away from sun. You can leave them in the mailers if you want. Coleus seeds are good for 5 years. They're fresh for 5 years. Although I harvest them every single year, I don't sell coleus seeds more than a year old. So all of the coleus seeds that I include are either harvested this year. 99% of them are harvested this year. I might have a few from last season, but 90% of the coleus seeds you're going to get are harvested this year. Again, they'll be in marked. I'll have them in small Ziploc baggies marked what type of coleus, and you'll have plenty of seeds from me to plant yourself or share with friends. And again, they'll be arrived at your door, first class U.S. mail. Right to your door in a signature Jim's Holiest of Coleus mailer. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up shortly. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll shoot out a posting rather, when I actually expect to send them, start my eBay listing. So stay tuned there, and I'll shoot a quick short on YouTube here letting you know when I do start my listing on eBay, so you don't miss out on the seeds. I should have enough for the whole season, or for those of you overseas that are permitted to receive seeds. I can ship in internationally through eBay. Certain countries don't allow seeds coming in and out, so But I do ship internationally if you are in a country that allows that. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, so I hope that helps out. I hope it's I think it's pretty straightforward. Again, if you don't want to go through that hassle, feel free to buy some seeds from me. I appreciate it. And again, know that your purchase is going to be helping a lot of people who need it, who deserve help, heroes, people who made sacrifices and so forth. So I appreciate that. Appreciate all of you watching. I'm at, now I don't want to get the wrong, give you the wrong idea. I am not motivated by how many subscribers I get and so forth, but I'm very humbled and proud at the same time at how my channel has progressed over the years, and reaching 10,000 is sort of a milestone to me. So I'm at 9,200. Whether I reach 10,000 before the end of the year is no major, no significance. But I'm very, very thankful to all of you for watching my channel, and please pass on my channel to anybody who you think would be interested in hearing me ramble on about coleus, the love I have and the excitement of growing these plants each year and so forth. And I try to take that, the excitement and the love of it, and turn it into something that's beneficial to others. So that's why I try to donate money to organizations that I think are worthy, such as the USO, Paralyzed Veterans, Wounded Warriors, Morris Animal Foundation, Adelaide Koala Rescue in Australia, just a few, Tunnel to Towers, just a few good organizations that I feel connected to. And by you watching my videos, by you purchasing coleus seeds from me on my Jim's Coleus eBay channel, by you subscribing to my Instagram or passing my channel along, watching my videos, all contributes to those as I do fund drives throughout the season. And that includes my farmers market, where I do take a portion of the proceeds that I make from that and send out donations to those organizations. And I use Instagram a lot to start those fund drives so I can keep track of them, and it's easy to let those of you contribute if you want. So alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful and made it simple on how to harvest your seeds. And stay tuned again. Before I close out, mark your calendars for Jim's Coleus on eBay. We'll have plenty of coleus seeds to get you through the fall and winter and into spring of 2023. So thanks for following Jim's Coleus. Stay tuned. We'll still be active in the off season. As I mentioned earlier, we'll put out a couple of we'll touch on some subjects such as the rootings and how I keep my rootings going all fall and winter and so forth. So thanks again. Thanks for watching Jim's Coleus. Take care, everybody, and God save the King.